All right. All right. Everybody's here. Come on in. Come on in. Hopefully, everybody's having a great day, enjoying yourself, enjoying your life, enjoying what is and what isn't. Sometimes it's just good to enjoy life, just enjoy it for what it is. Look, I believe wholeheartedly that tonight we're about to dive into some things that you have not talked about with anybody before. You haven't even thought about maybe, but this topic is something that for all of our people who have been in relationships, you know what it means. You know what it means that when it's time to post, sometimes feelings get hurt and people have issues. Look, as y'all are coming in, drop in where you're from, where you're from. Let me know where you're from, wherever you are. Let me know where you're at, where you're at. So let me see who is where today as we get ready to talk about what do your social media posts mean? What do your social media posts mean in a relationship? So the reason why we're doing this and the reason why this is so important is because a lot of people watch people. I got Brooklyn in the house and Dallas in the house. Come on, y'all. A lot of people watch people online. So let me tell you why we're doing this. Because a lot of people watch people online. They see these perfect relationships, these grass or greener relationships with all smiles. They're selling products. They are out and about. They are meeting people. They are doing things together. And y'all are like, can I ever find something like that, right? Can I ever find something like that? We got ATL in the house and Maryland in the house. Y'all keep coming in. Good to see y'all. Thank you so much. So tonight we're going to talk about what it means when you post online. What it means when you post online. As always, let me tell a little client story. I have permission to tell it, so it's okay. Erica and Stacy, they were looking like the lesbian couple on Instagram, and you could check their feed. Come on, in Houston, in Jersey, you could check their feed, and it would make your heart melt as they hugged and kissed all up and down people's timelines. Their videos were so funny that you would spit water out of your mouth. And videos were so heartwarming that you wanted to hug a pillow. All right. So they were the picturesque couple online that everyone envied. Even as a lesbian couple, there were straight people that would envy them too. But none of it was real. That was the problem. Okay. None of it was real. None of it was real. And when they sat with me, they were in a situation where all of that was a lie. And so every time they got online and they were posting lies, they were posting what people wanted to see, it impacted their own psyche. So that is why we're having this talk today, because not only does it impact the psyche, the lie, not only does it impact the psyche of people who are seeing it, but it impacts the psyche of those who are watching it and living it. Looking back, I had my own similar situation where I was posting pictures with my ex and looking picture perfect, yet having broken glass from picture frames at home. So there were some really traumatic things happening. And I realized in that moment that it's so easy to live a lie online. That's the society we're in. You can live a lie on back. Looking back, my posting style reflected exactly the reality that I was living. It reflected my hell, even though the pictures looked good. Can I say that again? It reflected my hell, even though the pictures looked good. Now, with studies to back up my own experiences, I can drop this love talk, love lesson on you. And today, because we have real people that have been through this and are sharing it. So to everybody watching, thank you so much. You do TV. Thank you so much, Orion and KWF. Good to see you, brothers. Grab a friend and share this with somebody now, because this is going to be helping someone who is struggling with love. I might have some couples that want to join and argue with me, but that's all right. Tell them to come on in and I'll call them out too. All right. So we're going in today. A little housekeeping. You know, I always do my housekeeping up top for those of you who are watching. Number one about me, I'm a love and success coach. If you've never tuned in before, tuning in today, welcome for your first time. For all my returning family, thank you so much. All you love heroes out there who are seeking higher love with me out there in the world. We are changing lives one day at a time. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Look, I help clients from singles to daters to married couples, and even people going through divorce. I've been on Essence and Control Magazine, Sister to Sister Magazine, Fox Soul, and international conferences helping people with their love journeys. We don't do lurkers over here, no lurkers. Okay, so if you hear something that you like, put it down because it offers motivation for someone else to hear your amen. So if you like something, post something, put a heart, put a hand wave, hey Eugene, put something on here so people know that you are feeling it. We are a community, and so we like to talk to one another. And it's all right to talk in my thread to each other as well. All right. Hey Von Zell, thank you so much for coming in, brother, over on Facebook land. The other part here, don't forget to drop questions because I'm taking questions at the end. So as soon as you get a question, drop a question. Hey, Gina. Hey, W. Burris. Make sure you drop your questions at the end. For everybody watching this back, we are doing some good stuff today. So get ready, get ready, get ready. And at the end, I'm doing a giveaway. So you want to stay to the end. And the only way to be entered in is to participate. You participate very easily by leaving questions, by posting my points. So when I say a point, you type it in so other people can see it. So you're just engaging on the live. So that's how you get entered in. And tonight I'm giving away something good. I'm really excited about this new upcoming thing I have. So looking forward to do a giveaway. Shout out to all the former winners. Shout out to Heather and Todd and Cecilia, all who won before. So let's get started. What your social media posts say about your relationship. Y'all ready for this? Look, it's hard to remember a time before social media. It's hard to remember a time before social media, right? Now, you get your news through social media. You keep up with friends. You keep up with your favorite celebrities on social media, and you get updates of the world as you are updating people in the world about your life on social media. But with pictures that must be perfect before posting. Ooh, with apps that can change the contour of your nose, the color of your skin, and the shape of your body. It is no wonder that on social media, people are living the fakest lives than ever before. Can I get an amen on that? They are living the fakest lives than ever before. And there is nothing different about relationships. And research shows that social media is having one of the biggest negative impacts on relationships overall. Overall, social media is having one of the biggest negative impacts of on relationships than ever before. So tonight I'm going to cut through the crap. I'm fighting through all the app filters and showing you the raw truth of what social media posting means for relationships. Now, you will say, Byron, this can't be a one-size-fits-all situation. And I would say you're right. But these are definitely the best guides you will get anywhere to help you see through the haze of lies that are out there for some of your favorite couples, including yourself. So, number one, if you're posting, if you're writing, you wanted to be entered in the giveaway, go ahead and post this right now. Number one, venting posts. Venting posts. Have you ever been in the presence, venting posts? Have you ever been in the presence of a couple that's fighting? It's awkward, right? It's awkward to say the least. Now, imagine their fight is playing out for the whole world to see. If you've ever seen somebody fight online or post something crazy online about their partner, go ahead and wave your hand, because I have. My ex did it to me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, all of that. So venting posts. Thank you, Anthony Armatis. Whether it's out of frustration or humor, taking your relationship woes to social media in the form of a post for all the world to see will most likely come back to haunt you. And instead of filming or uploading your anger, instead of doing that, KFW, thank you for that. Instead of doing that, you need to talk to the person. But venting post, Regina, instead of that, you need to talk to them. You need to let them know, because it leaves your partner feeling exposed. It leaves them feeling bitter. But what it says, and this is our point. What do your social media posts mean? When people vent online, it means that they're not being seen or heard. So when you see couples doing that, it doesn't mean they hate each other. It just means they haven't felt seen or heard. Number one, venting posts. When people vent online, doesn't mean they hate the person. It means that they are not seen or heard, or they feel that way. And so people post their anger, their disappointment, their frustration, their anxiety about their relationship online because they are not seen or heard. Amen? All right. So that is why people post venting stuff. So if you see venting stuff, you don't have to think that they're just in this, they are in a bad place in a relationship if it's happening. But it means more that the individual posting it does not feel validated in the relationship. They feel ignored in the relationship. So that is why people post. So you don't have to think that they're going to break up tomorrow. In fact, if you are in the middle of their relationship, you might want to get out of their drama because they'll probably get back together the next day. They just want to be seen and heard. And oftentimes it is used as an emergency trigger in order to get the attention back from the person who's the object of their affection, their partner. And so really they're doing it in front of everybody, really to get the audience of one person, their partner. Seen and heard. Number two, what it means for your relationship if you are, number two, non-posting. All right, so what does it mean if you are not posting or post very rarely? Like maybe you got one on your thread. What does that mean? If you're not someone who uses social media often, then it's no surprise you have very few posts of you and your partner. But if you're someone who posts regularly and only have a handful, if that are dedicated to your significant other, it can mean one of two things according to experts. So one of the things that can mean is that your lack of focus on your relationship could mean you're ashamed of the relationship. So if you see someone who is not posting, or if you're not posting, so number two is non-posting. If you're not posting, thank you, Gina. If you're not posting, it could mean that you are ashamed of the relationship, right? Because remember, we all take pictures of our lives of things that interest us, that things we're proud of, the things we want people to know that we have done. And so if there are no pictures, that means you are, number one, possibly ashamed of the relationship, right? Possibly ashamed, or you do not simply value the relationship in the lineage of things in your life. So it could mean that you value the relationship, but not as much as you value your own posts, your own selfies. It could mean that you value the relationship, but you don't value it more than your business stuff. It could mean that you value the relationship, but you don't value it more than you doing your big retweets and reposts online. It could mean that you value it, but you don't value it as much, ... fill in the blank. So it could mean that you're ashamed, but it could also mean that you are simply not as interested in it as you are other things. Now, it could also mean that you're just a private person, but it is more rare that people are extremely private in this extreme social media driven world where more people are willing to engage their true lives online. It's more likely the first two things I said. Now, it could be that you're a private person. I'm gonna still give you that grace, but more likely, somebody say more likely it is the first two things. Okay. I told you I'm coming ready. Look, y'all know I don't play with this stuff. We cover truth. We are talking about what do your posts mean to a relationship. And I told y'all, get your friends, because some of these people need to hear this. Y'all following people that their partner posts heavy. Oh, I'll get to that. I'm not gonna go there. Not gonna go there yet. I'm about to go in, but not yet. All right. So number two was non-posting. Hello, more likely, W. Burris. Very true, Regina. Come on. Thank you, Chef Roy. Thank you for being on, brother. All right. So we talked about the first one, being venting posts and what those mean, right? That you're not seen or heard. We talked about number two, non-posting, that it means you're either ashamed, you're extremely private, or 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 you haven't prioritized it in the ranking, the top ranking, as everything else in your life. But more likely, as Regina reminded us, more likely it is the first two, right? It is more likely you're ashamed or you haven't prioritized it. All right. Number three, I'm liking this topic. I don't know about y'all, but this is actually good stuff to me because I see it all the time. I see it all the time, y'all. See these couples posting and oh, good Lord, they're not happy. All right. Number three, non-stop posting. Non-stop. So we have non-posting and now we have non-stop posting. So what does non-stop posting mean? Number three, non-stop posting. What does that mean when you have non-stop posting? All right. If the only time you think to log on social media is to say something or to post a photo about your relationship, come on, stay with me. It says you have something to prove to the world. Hear me. Hear me. I'm about to give you some more, but hear me. The overarching thing is that you have something to prove to the world. I'll say that one more time. You have something to prove to the world when you have nonstop posting. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, KW. Thank you, Regina. Yes, it is a recipe for disaster, MJF. Look, it means you have a recipe for disaster, yes, but you have something to prove to the world. This may be a sign of insecurity. I have couples all day, straight, LGBTQ, like all day, that this is something they deal with. They're nonstop posting. Normally happens, and I'm just going to skip my notes here because I'm just going to get to the three other factors that are highly likely, right? Could be that you're very happy. Could be that you're just very happy. You love each other. You got all this stuff. But the other week we talked about attachment styles, right? We talked about that. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the other week we talked about relationship attachment styles, right? So we talked about that there are some people who have insecurity and are anxious or avoidant, and so they attach to their partner in different ways. So let's dig into the other factors that are beyond they just love each other deeply. It's possible. It's possible they love each other. It's possible you love your partner and that's why you post all the time. But more than likely, come on, y'all, more likely, I'm liking this more likely, it is one of these five things. Y'all ready for these five inside of this? Why do people post so heavy? Why do people post so heavy when it comes to their relationship? Reason number one, overcompensating for a less satisfying relationship. Overcompensating for an unsatisfying relationship. So they're unhappy. Very simple. They're unhappy. Welcome in, everybody. We're talking about what do posts mean to a relationship. So overcompensate. So that means the reason why you're posting is that you know that it's not good, but you are so insecure about that it is not good that posting makes you feel a little bit better, because we know that getting likes on social media is scientifically proven that when you post and you get likes, endorphins are released in your body. That's the feel good stuff. So the feel good stuff is released inside of your body when you get a like. So you will post to overcompensate for the unhappiness you get in your relationship, and you post to feel good about the like. So it's not so much about the picture, it's about the response to the picture that makes you feel good. Woo! God have mercy. I just said that. That was good to my soul. I should get an offering on that one right there. Hello. Hello. So, I don't wipe my nose. So, Overcompensate. Number two. All right. Way to show off to others. Some people use their relationship as a way of showing off. So what happens, there are people, and I know this, I have a few clients like this right now. There are a few people that use their relationship to show off to others. They were the type of people that failed in relationships publicly. And so now that they're in a new relationship, they are using their relationship to prove to people that they can be in a relationship. There are some, mind you, when I say this, I'm saying this on purpose because as a former hoe, I know what it means to try to prove to people that you can be faithful, right? So some people use the relationship as the backdrop to, hey, I'm not such a hoe. I'm just, look, I'm just telling you the truth. Ain't nobody else gonna tell you this, so I gotta tell you the truth here, okay? I gotta tell you like I see it. The truth is that there are people who are using their relationship to prove to others that they are faithful, committed, loyal, that they can settle down, that they have grown up, that they have matured, that they are a new person. They're not happy, but they're using it because they have a level of insecurity about their own selves. And so they use the relationship in a way that says that I am better and I need you to know it. And I'm going to use my relationship. Yeah, a hoe. I'm a hoe. I'm a me. I was. All right. Number three. So I said overcompensating. I said showing off to others. Number three, protecting the relationship from outside threats. Now, there are people, because of insecurity, that will post heavy as a defense for people to not go after their man or their partner, whoever it is, right? And so they will use the relationship as the posting. They will use the posting as a way to guard against interested parties from coming in and trying to get their man or woman. Okay. Yes, insecurity, Gordon. I'm not stopping, Gina. I'm not stopping. Hey, Rudy, don't laugh at me like that. Look, it is real that these people will, in relationships, use it as a way to guard pictures, as a way to guard their partner or their relationship from people getting out there. And actually, Regina is absolutely right. It works in reverse because now you're advertising your partner more and more eyes are getting on them than were before. So how about that part? Now, last two, validation. The reason why people overpost or post so often, nonstop posting. We're still in nonstop posting. We said overcompensating. We said showing off to others. We said protecting the relationship. Now it's for validation. So when two people constantly post inside jokes, confess their love to each other online, when they're sharing pictures of themselves doing fun things all the time and romantic activities, it's a ploy. Hear me. It's a ploy. I'm using the right word. It's a ploy to convince everyone that they're really in a happy and healthy relationship, which is really just a way to trick themselves into thinking they're in a happy and healthy relationship. Woo! I said that. Yeah. Why do you post it? You just fought, but you post a good picture. Why? Because you're trying to convince others so that they'll like it and say, oh, this is so beautiful. This is so nice. This is so lovely. And then that way, now it validates, well, maybe I am with the right person. Maybe we are actually happy. Maybe we can work out. Maybe we can. I just need to sit on that one for a minute because that I have couples I know literally have just fought and go online and post a picture that they had planned to post online of them being happy in the sunset and walk. Hello. Okay. Last one. They are relying on their relationship for happiness. They're relying on their relationship for happiness. Look, I tell this to my clients all the time. You got to come into a relationship happy and stay happy by your damn self. You should be happy because of yourself. You should be happy because of your life. You should be happy because of what you got going on. You should be happy because of who you are. You should be happy because of how you're growing, how you're maturing, how you're developing, how you're gaining ground on new things in your life, how you're learning new things. Using your relationship for happiness is how couples end up fighting all the time, because every time they don't do what you want them to do, you end up upset. And so now your happiness is on their back. And if they're feeling weak one day and they can't support your happiness because they try to support their own, now you're in a space where you think, oh, they're not doing enough for me. Well, no, you're not doing enough for yourself. But there are people who are posting because they are relying on the relationship for their own happiness. Baby, if you get in a relationship, you better already be happy. Hello. Y'all know how I come with this. I'm giving you real life love stuff because we're talking about what do social media posts mean to your relationships. And y'all know I come raw and real, and I'm just gonna tell it like it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. So let's go to our next point. All right. So far we have talked about the venting post, number one. We talked about the non-posters, the people that don't post or rarely post their relationship. We talked about the non-stop posters, right? The people that just can't help but post, every post, not even every other. Every post is a post about their relationship. Every post, every post is a post about their relationship. Like you don't do anything else. Okay, y'all can see I felt that one. All right. So, next one, the sales post. Y'all ready for this? I don't think y'all have not heard this. And I'm telling you, I know you haven't heard it because I haven't. I'm not saying that if I haven't heard it, you haven't, but I'm saying this stuff is not out there. You can't Google this. This is what I'm saying. So, there are research shows that couple-oriented information or content, couple-oriented content, hear me, y'all gonna catch everything when y'all go back to your timeline in just a minute when I finish this. Couple-oriented content. Somebody type that. Couple-oriented content. I just like the way it sounds. Couple-oriented content gets more engagement than a single person. Sales post. Yes, sales post. Good job. Couple-oriented content gets more engagement. That means more views, more likes, more responses than you posting something by yourself, even if you're in a relationship. Thank you, MJF. All right. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means y'all are more likely. That means y'all are more likely to view couple-oriented content than you are to view content that is by a single person, even if they're in a relationship. Now, why is this important? Okay. This method has been used for a long time. All right. This is why the Wheel of Fortune, you had Vanna White with the host. This is why on shows you always had the man and the wife. This is why you rarely had a lot of single shows, and even if you did, there was always men to correspond, because coupling attracts, right? It speaks to the desire in you to be in a relationship, a happy relationship. You want to find common ground, commonality inside of it. So the marketing that people use, the sales post, yes. So have you seen, just talk to me. Let's just talk for a second. Have you seen, we just talking like we on a park bench, okay? Have you seen, I got a little tea here. Have you seen the couples that sell stuff? Like, sell, like they have Tide, like Tide bottle. Oh, my LaCroix. Can I do this? I think I can. My LaCroix. And they both holding it. They're both holding half the can like this. And so they get money for the people that go buy that through their affiliate links and all that kind of stuff. Now, I am not speaking against that at all. I'm not actually saying that couples can't work together. In fact, there's some stuff that me and my partner may work on in the future because we have similar interests in certain areas. But I will say this. Anybody who's ever worked with somebody, especially on a business, knows that there is stress and tension that comes at some point or another. That's just life, right? A relationship is strategic this way because think of this. Think of this. You already have relationship stress. You already have bill stress, financial stress, potentially. You already have health stress. You already have all that. Now, when you come home to your safe space, you and your partner working together, now you've got work stress in your relationship stress. So there are people who are using, and yeah, Maurice, you're right. Entertainers do it all the time to get more notoriety. They get in a relationship, they speak about the relationship, they put it out there, then they break up publicly. It's all, a lot of times it is publicity. And that's my only point here, is that some of these couples that you're watching are not happy. They are just bound together financially to put on the show and to sell the products that they have conditioned themselves to sell. I just want to, I'm helping some of y'all who are watching, like you're in your lawn and you're seeing the grass is greener. And I'm just trying to give you a little peace of mind today that everything isn't as it looks. That I'm not saying you have to have doubt about every relationship, but I am saying that you should have a little more pause in beating down on yourself. And even if you're in a relationship, beating down on your relationship for not looking like some of these relationships out here that aren't even real. Yeah, I had to say that. Okay. Good to see you, brother. Last one is the one I want to hit on tonight and really post this. Somebody write this: casual posting, casual posting, casual posting, casual posting. All right, casual posting, casual. All right, so in casual posting, if your relationship posts are in balance with other topics, right? It can be your work, it can be your passion for animals, it can be your exercise regimen, it can be your anything. Then your relationship being a part of several posts. Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Chef Roy. Thank you, Gina. Your posting about your relationship is just intertwined in the totality of your posting history as it is incorporated into your life. See, the truest thing about not posting your relationship often is that it's not every part of your life. Your relationship is not every part of your life. Let me just say that again. Your relationship is not every part of your life. In fact, you have other things that you're interested in. You have other things that you were doing before them. You have other things that are okay to think about. You have friends outside of them. You have family outside of them. You have things that you are working on outside of them. And that's okay. Like, to post about your relationship all the time says that you have nothing else going on for your life, that there is an inherent codependency for identity that you have for your relationship that you need out of your relationship. But to post other things in a healthy way means that you are balanced. You are balanced. Casual posting says you are balanced. That's what we want to be. We want to be balanced. We want to be centered. We want to be aligned. We want to be normal. As normal as you can be, right? I'm just saying, unless your page is about relationships, I can't even say that, because I know relationship people that don't even post relationships all the time. So casual posting is the kind of posting behavior that is giving people a glimpse into your life without putting your whole life on display. All right. It's about giving people a glimpse into the happiness, into the fun times, into the times that you just want to share. but it doesn't mean that you're giving your whole life. For example, I will post here and there. If you go on my thread, I will post here and there about my relationship every now and then, every now and then. But a lot of it is still the quotes, it's still the events, it's still the business stuff, it's still new books, it's still new courses. And then me, it's just me sometimes, and then it's my relationship. Because it says that you can live your life and I can live my life and we can live our lives together, that we're balanced, that there's no codependency. I'm not needing you to validate me, right? Going back through our list. I'm not needing you to fulfill some insecurity, to help me with some insecurity. I'm not needing you for that. I need you. I don't need you. I want you because you matter to me, because you're important to me, because you're valuable to my life, because you touch my soul. This is why I post it, not because I need to impress somebody, not because I need somebody to know that we're together, not because I got to prove to my mama that I'm in a cut all that out. All right, get normal, get balanced, casual posting. It says that you have a healthy relationship and you don't need it to be validated by outside people. And Wade, you're so right here that there are a lot of people who lose their identity, individuality, and relationship in real life and in social media. And I meant what I said about I don't need you, I want you. I think that's stronger. I think that if I need $10 and you give me $10, that's nice because I needed it. But if I simply want $10 and you give me $10, you gave it to me not because I had an express need, like it was a dire situation, but because out of the kindness of your heart, you decided to do something nice. And to me, when people connect with people because they need to be with somebody, just somebody, somebody, that that doesn't mean much. Okay? Because that means you'll pick anybody if you need to be with somebody. But if you want somebody, then that means something. If you truly want somebody, you're choosing them. That's a powerful moment. I want to thank y'all so much. In closing, let me just say this. The researchers posited that people with avoidant attachment styles, and we talked about attachment styles last time, with avoidant attachment styles who tend to withdraw from their partners would show low desire for posting. Yeah. So if you're the avoidant style, if you go back through the list that I posted, if you have avoidant style, then you'll tend to pull away from your partner when you're upset and you will not want to post. But if you have the anxious attachment style, then you'll want to post more when you're nervous about your relationship. So you can see even attachment styles in posting behavior. Which one do we want again, y'all? We want the secure attachment style. If you missed that, go back and look at the video and see the corresponding post that I made the next morning. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Our points again, just to kind of run through them, just to help you understand what we talked about and what your social media posts mean about your relationship. And don't forget to drop questions in because I'm about to take questions right now. You can use the Q&A feature or you can drop it in here. It's better to use the Q&A so I don't lose it in the thread here. But number one was venting posts, people that post venting things about their relationship. Number two was people who don't post at all and what that means. What do we say it means? It means that they are feeling like it's not as important or they're trying to hide it, right? Number three, nonstop posting. People that we listed 5 things on that: validation, overcompensating, insecurity, protecting the relationship, and even relying on the relationship for happiness. So we dealt with that. Sales posts, the sales couples, right? People that only in relationships to sell stuff and get rich together. Hey, it's your cup of tea. Go for it. A lot of times, I'm not going to say that. Sometimes it's not real love, and so that is what it is. And 5, casual posting is where we want to be. Casually posting, a balanced approach to posting about your relationship, a healthy way of posting. All right. So I have one question here in the thread that I'll go ahead and put up. Here we go. Charlie. Thank you, Charlie Exile. Appreciate that. That's why I like doing it. I just figured out that Instagram could do this feature. This is awesome. Technology stepping up. It's probably been around so long that I'm just old and didn't realize it. Anyway, Charlie Exile says, what about people who don't want to post you on their Instagram because in their past relationship they were in a social media relationship? Oh, that's good. You know what? That is good. That sounds like that person needs healing. That sounds like that person needs some healing. It sounds like that person needs some healing. It sounds like, and I don't have anything else for that. It sounds like that person needs healing. And here's why I say this. Because anything that limits a current relationship based on a past relationship is an area that you have not healed. See, when you walk into a new relationship, you have lessons learned, but you don't have things that you hold your partner, that you hold against your present partner because of someone in your past. For instance, I was in an abusive relationship verbally and physically, so I understand that when someone gets close to me or bucks up, I may have had a little tension, but that may be a communication style when they use their hands, and that's how they talk when they get loud. I can't hold that against them because that person was like that. Similarly to posting online, I had someone that used that as a form of manipulation to post. But I can't hold that against a present partner. I can't hold that against them for not wanting to post or wanting to post a lot. I can't use that against them. But anytime, and I'm gonna say this again, anytime you have something that you have to reference back to your past relationship in order to validate doing or not doing or substantiating whether or not it's going to be okay in this relationship, there's a lack of healing. It is an indicator that you need some healing in that area. It's very clear. It's crystal clear to me. Immediately, if a client said that on a call, we would be diving in and really figuring out, because so what, you're in a social media relationship. So what? So what? So we're not flying on planes because you jumped out of a plane and you had a scare with your parachute. That means we never flying on a plane. So you don't want to ride with me because of what you did before me. See, no, we're not gonna hold that against you. You don't do that. Don't hold stuff against your partner that your ex put in your head. That, first of all, you know what that means? When you are holding something against your present partner, or limiting your relationship now because of something your former partner did, guess what that means? You are, oh, this might be good. You are actually giving more power to your ex. Yes, you are giving your ex power in your present relationship. Off game. So thank you for that question. I think that's a valid question. It's a brilliant question. I think more people need to be open about and honest about asking that, and being clear about what's holding you back from doing that casual posting. Okay, Chef Roy, let me answer your question. Read it out loud for you. Is it better to keep your relationship private? So, if you noticed what I kind of went through here, um, very strategically, very strategically, did not say anything about not posting at all. And there is a reason, because I fundamentally disagree. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that, brother. I fundamentally disagree with not posting at all. I'm going to tell you why. In our social media era, especially if you're posting a lot of selfies, right? If you're active, and this is for everybody who's active on social media. If you're active on social media, there needs to be at least a post every now and then of you and your relationship, because it's fair to your partner to signify that they hold some significance. But ultimately, who are you hiding it from, right? Like, unless you are a mega celebrity, right? Unless you have millions of followers, and the relationship, like I have one of my clients who is a mega celebrity, and he is going through a situation right now where he's talking to somebody. It was a fan that turned into a relationship, and it's been a month or two, and so keeping it private. I get that you're a celebrity. He's a sex symbol, so at that point, keeping it private. But if you are a nurse and the only people you see are your circle of influence and the patients at the hospital, who are you keeping it private for? Your mama, your daddy, your cousin? So I think scope. I think scope matters there, but fundamentally to my core, I disagree with having completely private relationships. Um, so I don't think it's better to keep your relationship private. I think it's better to in no way advertise it, but simply share it like you share everything else, like nice and casually. If it doesn't have to be every day, it doesn't have to be every week or every month. I know people that just once a quarter they just post it online just to signify. Look, let people know you're in a relationship. Can we just be real here? The people that ask this question a lot of times are like, should I let people know I'm in a relationship? Who 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 are we hiding that from, right? Thank you, Chef Boy. I got you, brother. That's what we're here to do today, man, is to really help people get change and to get what they need out of this moment. My home girl, Doc, Cecilia, thanks so much for being on, love. If a relationship that was public on social media has ended, how do you address that in future posts? Fundamentally, if my client was, I've had this situation. Client asked me this: should a very public um, relationship ended? How do you post it? Well, I would consult if I was putting on my Olivia Pope hat. If I was doing that, if I was like, oh yeah, Olivia Pope right here, okay, Olivia Pope with my white trench coat. If I was doing Olivia Pope, then I would say nothing, absolutely nothing. Guess what? I would post my life happy. I would post with some friends. I would post with some family. I would post with my dog. I would post with my new house. I would post with my car. I would post some quotes, happy quotes, not sad quotes, not bitter quotes, not depressing quotes. Hello, don't post the bad stuff. Don't post relationships are hell and all that. No, 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 no. Everything's upbeat. Everything's positive. Slowly, and I don't even slowly they come off the feed, and it's down enough that you don't even have the courage to swipe long enough to go see it, and you move on, right? You don't address it. Who do you owe that to? I'm really big on that. Who do you owe it to? You owe it to no one, no one, no one, no one, right? Okay, so that would be my recommendation. Don't address it. There is nothing to address. If it's public, and if somebody asks, first of all, it's none of their business. Okay, it's public because you made it public. Because just like if you gain some weight, right? Okay, let's look at it this way. If you gain some COVID weight and then you lost COVID weight, and somebody posted to you or sent a message and said, "Hey, you lost some weight," I'm like, "Thanks." So if you were in a relationship, COVID weight, right, and you lost the relationship or the relationship ended, lost the COVID weight, and they said, "Oh, are y'all still together?" Thanks, because it's none of your business. Yeah, I can tell there are people that don't have healthy boundaries because for me, like somebody asked me today, they were like, Byron, can I ask you a question? I said, you can always ask me a question and I'll let you know if I'll respond. Because I have very healthy boundaries. I do. Because that's self-love, y'all. That's self-love. So your relationship is equally important in that regard because you're not just protecting yourself, you're protecting your partner and the integrity of the relationship that you had. The integrity of the relationship that you had, no matter how it ended, you're protecting the integrity of the relationship that you had, the time that you spent. So, oh, I see your relationship ended. Thank you. God bless you. I love you. Moving on. How's your day? Oh, I could do this all day. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to give a good prize out, and I am going to let me get where are my sheets of paper? I was supposed to have them. I think I moved them. My apologies, y'all. Let me get on my little box of things here. I normally do this earlier. I started doing this so I could be fair with picking people. I want to thank everybody who posted and everything. So I'm gonna put a few people in here. I got Regina. I got Chef Roy. That was posting up good today. I'm gonna start having somebody else do this, so I don't have to worry about it. I got W Burris that was active as well. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate y'all staying to the end too. Hello, I have Charlie Exile. Good question. All right. I already got Chef Roy. Good. Who am I missing? Please tell me I ain't miss y'all. Please, I don't want to miss nobody because I feel like all y'all did great tonight. Everybody was communicating. Oh, Lala, yes, Lala forever. I think I'll pull two. All right. All right. And is that good? Is that everybody? If I missed you, please. Oh yeah, KF. Brother, I am so sorry. You are so right. KWF. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do now. We're gonna go ahead and do our drawing. I'm gonna put these names in my little hat over here. All right. I'm just gonna shuffle these names. I'm gonna shuffle these names. I'm gonna shuffle these names. Shuffle these names today. Oh yeah. Shuffle these names today. Y'all like my song? Okay, I know I'm goofy. All right. And y'all hear me? All right, here we go. First name. I got Mr. W. Burris coming up. I got my W. Burris here. I'm gonna do 3 today. Y'all were so active today. I'm gonna do 3 today because I feel like y'all were all in today. So don't worry if you don't win this time. We got you next time. Next one. Well, I'm glad you said something, K, because you got it, brother. KWF, and last but not least, in the bag, in the hat, I should say, cat in the hat, and Regina. Well, thank you to everybody else. I will be back on every Tuesday, so we'll make sure that we keep y'all active and keep y'all engaged. For the 3 of you, you will have instant access to my new course on self-love. It's a 7-day Jumpstart. It's a mini course that I've created. It's going to come with its own handbook, a 7-day guide on helping you achieve a Jumpstart on self-love. It's something that's in correlation with my book, but you don't need a book for it. Everything is encapsulated with a video course for the actual 7 days. So I'm excited to release that to you. You'll have instant access. DM me now your email addresses. If you're not already on my mailing list, still send it to me. Either way, DM me now your email addresses so that I have it. Actually, DM me on Instagram. And that way I'll be able to send that over to you when it's ready. Okay. So by next week, we'll have you already up and in there so you can tell the good people how it is. Other than that, thank you so much, everybody. I love y'all so much. Please take this to heart. And the reason why we talked about this, somebody was asking me, why are you doing this topic? Number one, it's relevant. Thank you. But number two, nobody talks about it, right? Number three, it's important, especially whether you're in a relationship or single, it is absolutely necessary to have a clear head about the relationships that you see out there in the world. Okay, it is absolutely necessary to not be trying to compare your life to other people's. And so I wanted to make something real today that would touch you and speak to you where you are, so you could see that there are real people out here posting on Instagram that are not showing their real lives. And there's a lot of inner work that people, even in relationships, have to do. And that's okay. This is not a bashing session. This was an opportunity to share, to bring things back down into perspective. Sometimes we go up in the clouds and put people in relationships on these high pedestals. We're just bringing it down to say They're still two human beings that have stuff they got to work on. And maybe they got into it for the wrong reason. And maybe they're just trying to figure it out. And maybe it's a work in progress, because it is. And so I just want y'all to go live your lives and be happy. All right. I just want y'all to go and live your lives and be happy. And you should be able to do that. So please, if you haven't already, if you're not on the mailing list, go to byronjamal.com, sign up, get on the mailing list so you can get all the tips, tricks, and stuff that I do, so you can get notified when I'm going on live. I always let people know when I'm going live. Congratulations again to KWF, Regina, and Burris for participating. I want to thank some of the others who were participating heavy too, like Lala and my good brother Charlie, and everybody else who was so active today. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Love Talk Live. Again, we talked about attachment styles. So go back to the other one and see what I posted about attachment styles. Okay, it's in the stories. I mean, it's in the IGTV. So go back and watch it. So you can, and I did a post. I always do a post the next day. So look out for my post tomorrow about this, and then share it out with everybody so they can get cliff notes on this if you enjoyed it. All right. Look, I love y'all. Be blessed. Enjoy your Tuesday night. We'll be back next Tuesday for Love Talk Live. And why don't y'all do this for me? For those of y'all still watching, why don't you drop me what you would want me to talk about next week? How about that? You let me know what you would want me to talk about next week. Anything about love, anything about love, and I will be there. Good to see you, Scorpion brother. Anything about love, anything about relationships, anything about marriage, divorce, I'll hit anything. So drop some questions. If I get enough of them, I'll just do a Q&A session for the entire live. Haven't done one of those in a while. But if not, we'll pick a theme and go for it. All right. Now, you know what we always say here as Love Heroes. Please seek higher love, because you are worth the love you seek. Be blessed. Love y'all so much. Take care. And good night, everybody. Love you too. Peace.